This is the biblical story of the prodigal son, beginning in a peaceful home where nothing seems missing. The father walks his land with quiet authority, providing, protecting, and watching over everything entrusted to him. The elder son works faithfully, believing obedience and hard work define a good and meaningful life. The younger son looks beyond the fields, feeling restless, convinced that life must offer something more. In a house full of provision, desire quietly grows, unnoticed but powerful enough to change everything. One bold request shatters the calm in this biblical story of the prodigal son. The younger son asks for his inheritance now, choosing independence over relationship.
In Middle Eastern culture of the time, asking for an inheritance while the father was still alive was tantamount to saying, "I wish you were dead." It was a profound public insult and a rejection of the father's authority and love.
The father hears words that sound like rejection, carrying the weight of loss and sorrow. The elder brother reacts with disbelief, feeling loyalty has been deeply insulted. Yet the father gives freely, because love allows choice, even when it brings pain.
Remarkably, the father does not punish the son, but grants the request. He divides the wealth. The father essentially tears apart his life to fund the son's rebellion.
With wealth secured, the younger son prepares quickly, confident that freedom waits elsewhere. The father watches silently, knowing some lessons cannot be prevented. The elder brother watches too, his heart hardening instead of breaking. The son walks away down a dusty road, believing distance will bring fulfillment. Behind him, home grows smaller, and separation quietly takes root.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Pack bags, dust on my shoes, pocket full of plans, nothing left to lose. I ran on.
In a far country, life becomes loud, fast, and exciting in this biblical story of the prodigal son. Surrounded by new friends, the son feels celebrated, admired, and finally important.
The distant land represents a spiritual geography as much as a physical one. It signifies life lived as far away from the Father's will as possible. The word prodigal means recklessly wasteful. The son seeks self-fulfillment through self-indulgence, a common human attempt to find satisfaction apart from God.
Money flows freely, and pleasure seems to answer every question. But excitement fades, and emptiness slowly replaces joy. Even in crowds, the son begins to feel deeply alone. One day the money is gone, and panic takes its place.
I had it all and I spent it on every empty promise I could find. Now my hands are
Friends disappear when there is nothing left to gain.
my heart is breaking open wide. If love
A famine strikes the land, turning survival into a daily struggle. Freedom now feels cruel, offering no shelter or security. The son sits defeated, realizing independence has cost him everything.
External circumstances conspire with internal foolishness. The famine reveals the instability of the world the son trusted in. Sin often looks glamorous until the resources run dry.
Desperation forces him to beg for work, pride already shattered. He is sent to feed pigs, a humiliating task in this biblical story of the prodigal son. Hungry, dirty, and forgotten, he works in silence. He watches animals eat better than he does.
To a Jewish audience, feeding pigs was the lowest possible point. Pigs were unclean animals according to Leviticus 11 verse 7.
At the lowest point, all illusions finally collapse. In quiet reflection, memory begins to speak. He remembers servants at his father's house who never lacked bread. He remembers his father's steady presence and patient love. Tears fall as truth settles in. He has sinned and fallen far. Regret gives birth to humility, and a decision is made. The sun rises, not to demand, but to return.
Shoes off, heart on fire. I've been gone too long. Turn that choir up higher. Hey, hey, hey. Spend my share on empty.
Each step home carries shame, yet also growing hope. He practices his apology, expecting rejection, not restoration. Home appears faintly on the horizon. Fear and hope walk together as he draws near. The father has been watching, waiting, and hoping all along. He recognizes the distant figure before anyone else. The father runs, breaking custom, dignity, and distance. He embraces his son before any apology is spoken. Forgiveness arrives faster than confession. Joy fills the house as restoration begins immediately. The son is clothed, honored, and welcomed fully as family. Outside, the elder brother struggles with mercy he cannot accept. The father goes out again, reminding him love was never divided.
The parable ends abruptly without telling us what the older brother did. This is intentional. Jesus leaves the story unresolved because he was addressing the Pharisees, the older brothers, standing right in front of him. The ending of the story was up to them to write. The open-ended nature of the text forces every reader to answer the question: will I stand outside in judgment, or will I go in and join the feast of grace?
Dust on my feet, sun in my eyes. I practice my speech 100 times. Far off the road, I saw you run, heart in your throat, calling your son. For this son of mine was dead, now he's living. He was lost out in the dark, now he's home. You wrapped your robe around